That's a really appropriate way to start my YouTube video. Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video is going to be about how to find your passion and what you're passionate about in your 20s. This is something that a lot of my friends have been struggling with, and I specifically got this theme requested from my sister because she was really impressed with how, inspired and passionate about my current master's degree I am. And I do find that a lot of people really struggle with finding something that sparks them up so much, and so I think this video will help you. First of all, to introduce myself, my name is Mariana. I am a biologist and currently I'm taking my master's degree in Lisbon. I'm right now in the Gulbenkian garden. It's a beautiful scenery behind me, and I'm here on YouTube to really talk about self-development, spirituality, a little bit of my research, and also to really help you and give you advice of how to grow up in your 20s. So if you want to stick around, please subscribe. So first of all, I wanted to talk about a little bit why is it so important to have a passion, because this is really key in this topic. I think that curiosity is the number one reason why people really admire others, or one of the reasons that people really admire others that have a passion, because when you're curious about something, you're really involved in searching more about it and telling other people about it, and this gives you another type of energy, and this also propels you forward, because when you're curious about something, you are moving, you're trying to find out more, and you're not always stuck and stagnant in your energy. The other reason why being passionate is so important and being passionate about a topic is because this really gives you a lot of inspiration. So what I find for myself is whenever I am researching about something in my master's that I really enjoy and that is really interesting to me and involving, I wake up in the morning with a different type of energy, and I really wish everybody around me, my friends, and you guys, I really wish that for you, to wake up every day in the morning and feeling inspired and feeling like you want to know more and have a lot of energy because you're motivated about, even though you might not like certain parts of your day, either that would be work or any other boring tasks that you might not enjoy, that you're just doing for the sake of adulting. Your adult life also has those areas where things that you maybe don't enjoy doing so much. Just having that one thing that you really look forward to in your day is going to give you a lot of inspiration and a different type of energy to your day. Another reason why I think people who have a passion are very magnetic is because they speak with a different kind of energy and excitement about the topic. They really try to find, for example, simple words to explain a more difficult topic. Like, I find a lot of my teachers who are really passionate about the subjects they teach, they really try to explain it in simpler words for us. People who have a passion also seem to be more excited about life in general and about trying to tell their topic to people, and it really makes them really exciting and easy to talk to. So I'm going to tell you some steps of how really to find your passion, because it's not something that is easy to do for you. If you're in your 20s and you haven't figured it out, it could feel like maybe you're just not good at anything. It could feel like maybe you just don't like anything, or you're just unmotivated and depressed in general about life. But I guarantee you that everybody has something that they feel very excited to learn more about, and this is how to find your thing. Number one is experimenting. So just for a little bit of a backstory, all of these steps are things that I've done myself, because I used to be somebody who really didn't have any hobbies or things that I was passionate about. I was doing just whatever everybody else was doing, like following the path of studying and graduating from a bachelor's. However, I wasn't really into any of my topics, and I think that number one, experimenting is the most important part. If you feel like you have nothing that you wake up and you're like super excited to learn more about, because maybe you haven't found that one thing that really sparks you. A big part about my journey that helped me with this was my biology degree, because if you are aware, a biology undergraduate degree involves a whole different scope of modules that you do. We talk about it's life sciences, so the biology is the biology of life. It basically, we talk about things from plants, animals, all kinds of lab work, and all of these topics really helped me to find which one of them was the one that I was most interested in, because I knew I was interested in life and life sciences. However, I didn't know exactly which one. And this was a part of my experimenting journey, because in the whole scope of biology, I was able to try little bits of every topic and theme, and I was able to find the one that most interests me, microbiology and molecular biology, and follow that. And so I think that experimenting is the most important thing. So not everyone is going to be able to get into a degree or something of that kind like I did. So experimenting for you can look like, maybe you can try a new hobby, maybe you can take a dancing class, maybe you can take a Pilates class, a yoga class, maybe, for example, for you to try to find out if you're into fitness, try all the different types of working out that you can do. If you want to find out if you're good at cooking, maybe take a cooking class, a baking class. So like, know a general theme of what you would want to experiment, and try different areas and different topics of it. There's just so many examples, but this is the number one most important thing, experimenting. And number two, this experimenting is going to help you connect to people. And this is number two, connecting to people is a very important part, at least for me it was, to really try to find a passion. Because when you connect to people, you talk to people that, for example, people from your Pilates class or people from your cooking class, and they really tend to be into their topic and what they're teaching. And connecting to people who are teaching you the certain hobby or thing that you're trying to implement, I think it's a really important part to connect to people who are very passionate about their subject and can portray that to you. So connecting to people, and also when you're talking to someone who is really into what they're teaching, they have a different type of tone, and they can really tell you a lot more about the topic, because they're in a way experts. And you might end up having conversations with them that you never thought about having with somebody. And this is also a really important part about trying to find your passion. And this will be number three, is talk and find and research things that maybe are out of your comfort zone and that you would have never thought about researching or being involved in. If you see it the way I see it, if you're just in your bubble and you never go out of your comfort zone and you never find anything new, it will make a lot of sense of why maybe you're not finding your passion, because you're just limited to this little box that you've put yourself in. And so I think that finding out new topics and getting out of your comfort zone is very important. And number four is to research more about a topic. So you've experimented with new things, you've connected to new teachers and new people who have shown you a different perspective, and you've got out of your comfort zone. And now you have to, and you still haven't found your passion. So this is the number four thing that you can do to find your passion, is to research more about a topic. I will give a personal example of two things that are now my passions and that I really hated at the beginning of when I started having contact with them. Number one was fitness, but not fitness in general, because I've been always into working out and getting my body to look better and in a certain way. However, certain exercises that I was doing at the gym, for example, free barbell squats and lunges, were the two exercises that I hated the most and I was not good at. However, when I researched more about how to do them better, I realized I don't like and I don't enjoy doing them because I was not good at doing them. I sucked at doing them. I had a horrible technique. I had actually no technique. So I think really getting advice from personal trainers at the gym and researching at home about how to better those exercises and the technique that I was using really helped me start to enjoy them. And actually, they're now my main exercises in my leg days, and which is crazy, and I'm really excited about them. And every time I go to the gym, I'm actually excited to go and do those exercises that I actually used to hate back in the day. Honestly, probably because I was doing them wrong and I did not feel them in the right places. So researching about things is really important. The second example I will give you is molecular biology. When I started my undergraduate, I had a module which was called molecular genetics, I believe, and at the time I really dreaded every single lesson that I went for that topic. It was my least favorite module. I did not enjoy it. I did not understand it. However, once I was able to really sit down and research and study the topic, this is now my favorite subject, and I'm really involved in searching about molecular biology, and it's a really big part of my current master's degree. And most of the articles that I read and modules that I've applied to involve in some way, shape, or form genetics and molecular biology, which I was once not good at. So researching is the most important thing if you've done all the three other steps and you haven't found your passion. So now I just want to give a couple of important notes that you can take in after doing those tips. And those are that, first of all, even if you don't find your passion or something that you're passionate about, although I believe that if you do those steps, you're 100% going to find that one thing that gives you a lot of energy and sparks your interest. I think that doing those 4 steps really helps you to grow and develop as a person and become a better all-rounded adult, because you will be experimenting new things, you'll be getting out of your comfort zone, you will be talking to new people and connecting to people. Connection is really important for adults and for everybody in general. And you will also be getting deeper knowledge about other subjects that you maybe weren't so good at in the first place. And this will allow you to, again, be able to express that to other people and to connect to other people and to feel good about yourself and feel confident that you have knowledge about topics that other people maybe don't. And another important note would be that your passion doesn't have to be your job. I think a lot of people struggle with finding a passion because they try to monetize every little thing that they experiment with or learn. And I think although it's beautiful if you find something that you're passionate about and you can also monetize and get money from and live with doing, that is great, but that should never be the end goal, because many times your passion might not lead to monetary gain, and that can discourage you. And if you put that type of pressure on yourself in the first place, you might not be able to find what you're passionate about, or when you find it, you will not be able to continue because you've put that kind of pressure on it. And just to finish off this video, I moved a little bit, but I think this is very important for you to note, is that when you find your passion, when you find something that you're very excited to learn more about, that is the thing that you are excited to learn more about and to be passionate about. It doesn't have to relate to other people. And so your passion is your passion. This is something very important. If somebody else is telling you that you shouldn't invest your time in that thing, that is their opinion and has nothing to do with you. So if you're really into what you're researching about and what you're learning, what you're doing, just stick to it and don't listen to other people. And lastly, everything you try and everything that you experiment doesn't have to stick with you forever. For example, I tried taking Pilates classes for a good amount of time actually, and I found out that it's not really for me and I'm not really into that. But now I have that skill that I've acquired through the classes that I was taking, and I know that I don't like taking Pilates. So that is very important, because when you're experimenting, you're also getting to know yourself and you're getting to know what you like and what you don't like, so you're better able to communicate that to other people. And that was it for today's video. Thank you so much for joining me today in this beautiful garden, and I hope you learned something. If you have any questions, let me know, and I'll see you in my next video.